honored to have such distinguished dignitaries with us today to take part in this special occasion. Thank you, dear guests. We now proceed to the next sacred part of the program. I invite Pandit urgently to lead us into the ceremonial ritual and puja. As part of this, Panditji will recite this Ganesha mantra to invoke the blessings of Lord Ganesha, the remover of obstacles.
श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ओम। गणानां त्वा गणपतिं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमम् ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पत आनशृण्वन्नोतिभिः सीदसादनम् पद्मप्रिये पद्मिनि पद्महस्ते पद्मालये पद्मतलायताक्षी विश्वप्रिये विष्णुमनोनुकूले त्वत्पादत्वं महि सन्निधस्व श्रियै जातः श्रिय आनिर्याय श्रियं वयोजनिभ्यो धातु श्रियं वसानामृतत्वमायन् भजन्ति दत्या सविता विदद्यून् श्रिय एवैनं तच्छ्रियामा दधाति सन्ततं वयकृत्यं गन्धत्वं गन्धीयते प्रजया पशुभिः य एवं वेद महादेवी च विद्महे विष्णुपत्नी धीमहि तन्नो लक्ष्मी प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भद्रं गहने विष्णुयाम देवाः भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभगेत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैः स्तुष्टुवांसस्तनूभिः यशेम देवहितैयदायुः स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति नः पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः।
Happy Diwali.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's my honor to invite the distinguished guests to the stage. Please join me in welcoming the Honorable Milton, the Speaker of the House of Representatives, who address and share his views on this occasion.
Namaste and good afternoon, everyone. It's such a privilege to join you at this special occasion here at the Great Hall at the nation's Parliament. I too begin by acknowledging the traditional owners of the land on which we gather and pay my respects to elders past, present and emerging. I recognise the Honourable Senator, the Honourable Katy Gallagher, Minister for Finance, Minister for Women, Minister for Public Service, the Honourable Susan Lee, the Deputy Leader of the Opposition, representing the Opposition today, Julian Hill and Dr Andrew Charlton and Julian Leeson, the co-chairs of the Parliamentary Friends of India, to my parliamentary colleagues that are here in support of this magnificent event. Welcome to you all, to His Excellency Sri Gopal Bagley, the High Commissioner to India, my dear friend, and Sai Paravastu, the National President, Hindu Council of Australia, and Satish Bhujani, BAPS community, and to everyone that has joined us today. As the 32nd Speaker of the House of Representatives, it's a true honour to welcome you to the People's House today. And it's my job to welcome over 1 million people who visit Parliament House every year, the most visited building in our nation. And today we offer our welcome and our warm regards to members of the Hindu community from across Australia. I mentioned the National President, the Hindu Council of Australia, but I'd also like to acknowledge Prakash Matar, the immediate past President and Director. I know the Hindu Council of Australia has been doing incredible work for the Hindu community right across Australia, ensuring that we celebrate but also have deeper engagement, because I know so many Hindu Australians are proud of their heritage. And I want to congratulate them for this, the 20th anniversary of this event, having organised this year, raising funds in the community since 2004. Events like these are important, and it's even more important that we celebrate here in the nation's Parliament. Deepavali is one of the largest Hindu festivals, as we know, celebrated around the world, not just here at Parliament House, but right throughout our nation. In my home electorate of Oxley, I'm looking forward to the next month attending the Festival of Lights, seeing the children, their smiling faces, the families gathering, not to mention the delicious food as well. It reminds us of the joy of family and community, and it's a time of reflection and renewal. As the federal member and as the speaker, I think it's one of the greatest privileges to represent a multicultural community. Over 90,000 people in my home state call Queensland home with Indian ancestry, and our relationship continues to grow from strength to strength. I've had the privilege of visiting India twice, first in my first term as a new parliamentarian in 2017 and last year, leading a bipartisan delegation, the first time a speaker has ever led a bipartisan delegation to India. Which leads me to the outfit that I'm wearing today. It is handmade and tailored from a tailor in Delhi. This tailor was a fourth generation tailor, came to my hotel and sketched me on a piece of paper with a crayon. He then packed up and left. I paid the money and I thought, I'll never see this again. There was no tape measures involved, there was no alterations, and then about a month later, this beautiful Shivani turned up here at Parliament House and fits like a glove. So it goes to say, the Indian ingenuity meets no bounds. If they can make a jacket to fit me, they can do anything. Unfortunately, there is no more material left in India. It was all used for this one jacket. So friends, congratulations on a wonderful event. It's such a privilege to join you with so many colleagues. Happy Deepavali, and may the lights continue to shine forever.
We would like to now call BAPS Swami Satyanarayan Trustee, Shri Sitesh Bhujani, to felicitate our Minister. Thank you.
Mr. Speaker, permission to speak. On behalf of all the people present here, we'd like to give you a replica of the Deepavali symbol of the road lights. Thank you very much for your lovely speech.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's now my privilege to invite an esteemed leader to the stage. A champion for equity, fairness and community, Senator the Honourable Katy Gallagher, who is serving as the Minister for Finance, Minister for Women and Minister for the Public Service. We are honored to have her with us today to share a few words and offer her Deepavali greetings. Please join me in welcoming the Senator Katy Gallagher to address us.
you very much for that warm welcome, and I would like to begin by paying respect to the traditional owners on the land on which we meet today, the Ngunnawal people, and I extend my respects to elders past and present. I also acknowledge the President of the Hindu Council of Australia and, of course, His Excellency the High Commissioner of India, who are joining us here today. Thank you very much. I see many of my colleagues here, including the Speaker. Thank you for your remarks. Also, I'm joint hosting this with Minister Julian Hill, who I'm very proud to be doing so, and we have representatives, I think, from right across the Parliament. So I acknowledge you all. A particular shout out, because I'm local, with my Canberra colleague Alicia Payne, who is here, and also acknowledge Susan Lee, the Deputy Leader of the Opposition. It's great to see so many people from the Parliament here. The House of Representatives have done their important bit for the day with question time. So if you'd like to hold me captive here till after 2 o'clock so I can miss Senate question time, I would deeply appreciate that. But it's lovely to be here and really to celebrate the wonderful festival of Deepavali, which really just brightens up this great hall in your nation's Parliament. And it's lovely to see so many people here today. As the Speaker said, it has been 20 years that this celebration has been held in the Great Hall, and it's appropriate that we acknowledge that. 2 decades of celebrating Deepavali and really the lead into what will be a month worth of extraordinary celebrations right across the country. I know that here in Canberra it's a really, the Canberra Indian community is very strong. There's a number of important festivals and gatherings throughout the year, a very close-knit community, and also contribute so much to our local community here in Canberra, whether it be through charity work, through entertainment, through festivals, through general contributions to our civic life. It's an extraordinary contribution, and our city is stronger for it, as is our country for the contribution of the Indian Australian community. You are the fastest growing diaspora group, and we really cherish the value that comes not just to cities in Canberra but regions right around Australia. I think learning about and sharing, along with deep connections to vibrant festivals like this, is such an enrichment for Australia as a country. Our government is hugely proud of our multicultural nation, and we know that our country is strengthened by exposure to cultural festivals and traditions as the one we are celebrating here today. So as we celebrate the triumph of light over darkness, I'd like to thank each and every one of you and your loved ones for enriching our nation with celebrations like this. I would also urge you to have a look at some of the exhibitions and displays that are on. They are extraordinary, and also acknowledge the huge amount of effort that goes into pulling together an event like this that will run into this evening. I know there's a lot of tired bodies that have really pulled together to make today such a huge success. So happy Deepavali, thank you for the opportunity to say a few remarks, and I look forward to participating in more celebrations over the coming months. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Senator Gallagher, for your thoughtful words. It's now a great honor to invite the distinguished